Welcome to the Athletic and Wellness Center, where the Georgian Grizzlies and your Centennial Colts are about to be in action in less than 10 minutes. I'm your play-by-play guy and host, Cajun Thiruthani Caslam. Now, the last time these two teams played was on November 8th, and Georgian got their first win in almost 2 years with a 66-53 victory. The major stat discrepancy in that game was rebounding, as the Colts were out-rebounded 55-36, and 3 players scored in double figures for Georgian. Not only did they score in double figures, but they also averaged double figures in rebounding. Now, for Centennial, Miriam Saradia-Somnes broke out of her slump in a big way, scoring a team-high 19 points, but Corey Brown and Judy Tai have to get it going today. They were combined 4 for 21 for 13 points and 10 turnovers. As a buzzer is sounding right now, we'll be right back after a couple of minutes as the national anthem is playing right now. Welcome. Tip-off is off as your starting lineups for both teams. Corey Brown in at the point, Marianne Blake, Kayla Pereira, Judy Ta, and Michelle Beloso. As Ta turns the ball over for Georgian, Eden Young, Chelsea Lees, Kelsey Dunkeld, Mackenzie Howlett, and Cassidy Warren Timpano. Warren Timpano with the ball. Ta guarding her, and she hands it off to Mackenzie Howlett. That is Chelsea Lees driving to the bucket, no good. Offensive rebound by Georgian. Howlett kicks it out. Eden Young, Lee shot fake. There's 1 second left on the shot clock and a turnover by Georgian as Todd recovers the ball. Brown with it. She's gonna drive to the rim, no good. Georgian can't hold on to it, and it's Colts ball with 9:07 to go in this first quarter. Brown is gonna fire it up for three, no good. But good job staying with the play as she hits it off of Young and out of bounds. Still Colts ball. 9:02 left in this first quarter. Good. And like I mentioned, Marianne Blake with the ball. Brown, up fake. And she is blocked by Kelsey Dunkeld. And she finds Warren Timpano to Howlett. Back to Dunkeld. To Warren Timpano, going left. Oh, and that is too easy as she basically went untouched to the rim, and Georgian opens up the scoring for both teams. It's 2-0 with 8:28 to go. Corey drives to the basket. Partially blocked. Beloso got possession of the ball, but she stepped out of bounds. It's Grizzlies ball. As Centennial right now, as of now, is off to a slow start offensively. And that was too easy as Howlett just went right to the rim. Got three defenders on her and found Dunkeld at the rim for a layup. 4-0 for Georgian. Brown uses the pick, finds Blake to Beloso. She goes left, back to Blake. Ta, up fake. She's gonna drive to the rim, and she gets fouled. That's on Warren Timpano on the reach. That's her first. As a couple of substitutions on for Centennial. Brown and Pereira out. Talia Campbell and Olivia Thompson making their first appearances of the game. As Ta at the line shooting two, and she misses the first free throw. Ta at the line again. In and out on the second, so she misses both, and Centennial remains scoreless. More than 2 minutes into this game. Warren Timpano going left to right. Finds Howlett. Back to Young. Nice backdoor feed. Nice backdoor cut to the rim by Howlett as Young Lease fed her perfectly. And she scores at the rim for two. Beloso driving baseline. And another foul on Georgian. And that foul is on Lease. That's her first, the team Georgian's second. As another pair of substitutions in. Ta and Thompson out. Cherry Raymond and Miriam Saradia Somnes in for Centennial. Now, for Saradia Somnes, she broke out of her season-long slump in a big way. 5 of 8 from the field, 2 of 4 from downtown, 7 of 10 from the line. As soon as I say that, she goes up for the offensive rebound. No good. Beloso missing a pair of free throws there. So the Colts are 0-4 at the free throw line. And they remain scoreless as Lauren Barker comes in for Michelle. Centennial providing a little bit of full court pressure there. And Campbell strips it away from Howlett. But nothing going there. Eden Young. Warren Timpano using that screen. Nice pick and roll. Nice pick and pop there between Warren Timpano and Kelsey Dunkeld. And Dunkeld buries a short baseline jumper as Georgian not playing around here to start off this game. As a pass that was too hot to handle for Talia Campbell, goes out of bounds. Another turnover for Centennial. And they have to get it going offensively or else this might turn ugly really quickly. Warren Tempano with the ball in her hands. Finds Howlett. She's going to use that screen. Warren Tempano open for three. No good, but the offensive rebound by Lease. And the shot clock's reset to 14. Another offensive rebound, and this time Eden Young gets fouled. Foul is on Marianne Blake. That's her first. Centennial's first team foul. As you see, another pair of substitutions in. Sergio Sanchez and Barker out. Thompson and Pereira in, as head coach Justin Bobb is not playing around with the substitutions, as he's trying to find five girls that can somehow stop the bleeding here, as Young splits the pair of free throws, and it's 9-0 for Georgian. Almost 4 minutes into this game. And another turnover by Centennial. Warren Tempano finding Howlett. Lease. Howlett back to Eden Young. Warren Tempano, she's gonna fire up the three. That looked good, but it was long. Rebound by Raymond. Blake dribbling it up and down. Pereira. Thompson in the post, as she gets stuffed by Dunkeld, as Georgian gain possession again. And we're almost halfway through this quarter, as a travel called on Warren Tempano. Things have rarely gone wrong for, that's a rare mistake for Warren Tempano and the Georgian Grizzlies, as they have controlled the pace of this game. Blake using the screen from Thompson. She's gonna attack. Beloso gonna drive left. And she gets stripped by Lease, and Warren Tempano lays the ball up and in. And it's 11-0 for Centennial. 11-0 for Georgian, with 5 minutes to go in the first quarter, and another turnover. Almost another turnover by Centennial, but Blake hustles back and draws the foul. Another substitution in for Centennial, as Beloso goes out and Barker is back in. Now, Centennial had a bit of success with the three-guard lineup with Raymond, Campbell, and Blake, as their speed getting to the basket really helped things out. Raymond for three, no good. And some of the Georgian fans were yelling for over the back call. Looked like Barker may have pushed her there, but no call. Blake gets blocked. Thompson can't handle it, and right now Georgia's interior defense is giving Centennial fits. 4:35 to go in this game. 11-0 for Georgian. Backdoor cut. Backdoor cut from Howlett. And she gets found at the rim, lays the ball up and in for two. As a foul is on Campbell, and a timeout call by Centennial. As this has gone out of hand quickly. 13-0 for Georgian. More than halfway through this first quarter. And Todd Talbot, in his first year as head coach of the Grizzlies, is providing a renewed source of energy for this Grizzlies team, who has struggled, to say the least, this season. Last season didn't win a game, but as was said before, won a game for the first time this season against Centennial on November 8th. Back to the action here, as we had a little problem with our sound. As for those of you tuning in, you saw the score already, 14-0 in favor of Georgian, as Kelsey Dunkeld at the line shooting 2. She misses the first. Georgian is just controlling the pace on both ends of the floor as Dunkeld knocks down the second free throw, and 4 minutes to go in the first quarter. 15-0 for Georgian. Thompson driving in. Looks like she traveled right there, no call. Rebound by Young. And Centennial, there's a lid on this basket right now. As Centennial deflects the ball out of bounds, still stays at Georgian ball. 3:40 to go in the game. And too many steps there by Mackenzie Howlett as she travels, and it's Centennial ball. I'm not sure what the record is for least amount of points, as you see a turnover by Talia Campbell as Howlett picked off that passing lane, saw it all the way and laid the ball up and in for 2. And Centennial's turnovers are really hurting them. Another pass that could have got picked off. Beloso loses the ball and then fouls Dunkeld. That's Centennial's 14th foul, as Bob is searching for answers. Blake and Pereira in, Beloso and Campbell out. 3:11 to go in the first quarter, and things are really starting to get, things are getting ugly here between these two teams. Warren Tapano using the screen from Young, going left. Blake fired up there as she deflects the ball out of bounds, as Centennial looks for some sort of momentum, whether it is on the defensive end or offensive end, whether it's getting a stop or getting a good shot up. Young for 3, off the backboard, rebound by Sarah Diaz-Somnes. Raymond now bringing up the ball. She's going to find Sarah Diaz-Somnes. Back to Blake. Pereira. Thompson. Thompson's going to fire up a 3. And that is nothing but air. And Talbot calls for, head coach Talbot from Georgian calls for time. 2:33 to go. And it is 17-0 for Georgian with 2:33 to go in the first quarter. Like I said before, I don't know what the record is for least amount of points in a quarter for Centennial is, but they might be setting a new record here as they have not scored yet. 0 of 9 from the field, 0 of 2 from downtown, 0 of 4 from the free throw line, and 6 turnovers. With stats like that, it is no surprise that the score is what it is right now, as Georgian are enjoying themselves right now, and Centennial, you see head coach Justin Ball there looking for answers. Talbot telling his, I'm assuming he's telling his team to keep the pedal to the metal here, as Georgian inbounded baseline. Warren Tapano with the ball. She's got 4 points. Dunkel with 5. Howlett with 7. That is Jessica Novak. Simcha for 3. No good. Blake, she's gonna attack. And she goes coast to coast for the layup, and 7 minutes and 47 seconds into this game, Centennial finally gets their first basket. And who else would it have been than Blake, whose energy as of late, over the last 2 minutes of this quarter, has seemingly brought a spark to this Colts team for now. But in order to get back into this game, they have to take it one possession at a time, and it starts at the defensive end. Warren Tapano, she's gonna attack, and a shot clock violation, as I think Warren Tapano was unaware of the shot clock. They got a good look there, but couldn't get it off in time. And Centennial gets the ball back. Pereira trying to look for someone. Thompson. Oh, that pass almost got picked up. Sarah Diaz-Somnes for 2. Nice looking jumper there from Sarah Diaz-Somnes, as she gets her first basket of the game. She's 1 for 2. And maybe that shot can get her going. It all starts at the defensive end for Centennial as they force a Georgian turnover. Raymond slowing it down to Blake. Passes ball, good ball movement there from Centennial. Blake with the ball. She's gonna drive. Thompson. She's gonna fire it up for 2. Off the side of the backboard, rebound by Warren Tapano. She's gonna attack. And an offensive foul by Lees, as Pereira was shaken up for a second there, but stood her ground and took the charge, as Belosa comes in for Thompson. And what I've noticed is that Brown and Ta have been on the bench for a while, but this group is bringing some energy. But Pereira turns the ball over, and you cannot do that, especially when you're down by this much early on, as Georgian responds with a layup at the other end. Beloso using that screen. Skip pass over to Blake. Floater in the lane, and that is blocked by Dunkeld. Howlett dribbling it up the floor. Young gonna step back for 3. Air ball rebound. Centennial. Blake trying to dribble it out. Tries to fire up a wild 3, and that is blocked, and that's been the story of this game for Centennial. Rush shots offensively, forced shots offensively, and turnovers leading to baskets at the other end for Georgian, as it is 19-4 for the Grizzlies after the first quarter. Centennial shooting just 2 of 14 from the field. They missed their first 10 shots before Blake finally hit that layup to break a drought which lasted 7 minutes and 47 seconds. They got a lot of catching up to do. Meanwhile, for Georgia, they are shooting exceptional from the field. 57%, 8 of 14 from the field, 3 of 5 from the free throw line. Although they have 5 turnovers, They have 5 points off of 7 Centennial turnovers. Rebounding has been a major story here for the Grizzlies. 9-4, 3-0 on the offensive glass. 3 assists to 1 for Georgian. They've had 2 blocks, 4-2 in terms of steals. And points in the paint. Georgian is getting easy layup after easy layup, as Centennial's defense to start off that game was lackadaisical, to say the least, as the Grizzlies feasted off of backdoor cuts. It remains to be seen whether that will be an issue going forward for Centennial. As you see Talbot talking to his team, he's got to be happy with how that first quarter went. And you see Brown, Todd, Barker, Campbell there. Georgia once again going through their schemes and plays before heading out to the court. Mackenzie Howlett, a perfect 3 of 3 and 1 of 1 from the line. She's got 7 points. Dunkel with 5 points and 4 rebounds. Warren Tapano with 4 points. And Young with 3. Cap off Georgian scores. Blake and Sarah Diaz does with 2 points each for Centennial. As the second quarter about to start here, in Centennial ball, Pereira finds Raymond. She's gonna find Blake, who's gonna attack. She's gonna float up in the lane. No good. Ball stay right here as Centennial gets possession of the ball, as Blake fought three people for the rebound and ensured that the Colts will get another shot here on the offensive end with 14 as the shot is reset to 14. Centennial at this point needs to get some easy shots instead of forcing things. This lineup that Centennial has is small with 2 starters. Sarah Diaz Somnes for 3, no good off the inbound. Rebound for Novak Simcha. Blake tries to strip it away, but couldn't save it for going out of bounds. It's Georgian ball. 9:39 to go in the first half. Eden Young. Howlett. Howlett gets the ball right back. Young, 5 seconds on the shot clock. Nice pass over there to Kelsey Dunkeld, who floats it up and in from the baseline. And it's 21-4 for Georgian. Raymond. Sarah Diaz is gonna fire up a 3. No good. Blake can't save it. And it is Georgian ball. As you saw a couple of plays ago, head coach Justin Bobb got a warning from the officials, as he is clearly frustrated by how this game has transpired thus far. Howlett. Skip pass over to Lease. Novak Simcha. Pereira was down on the floor for a second, but gets right back up. And a travel from Novak Simcha, as Centennial gets the ball right back. 8:49 to go in the first half. Campbell calling out the play. Uses the pick. And another turnover from Centennial, as Howlett picks that ball off. Howlett finds Young. Back to Novak Simcha. Lease fires it up. No good. Rebound. Pereira feeds Campbell, as she slows it down. Nice crossover there from Campbell. Thompson. Howlett saw that pass all the way and deflects it out of bounds. As a substitution in for Georgian, as
Katie Murray comes on for Novak Simcha. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Campbell, shot fake. Veloso. And it is deflected out of bounds by Howlett. And Centennial can't go get anything going offensively. They only have 1 second left to get a shot off. And a 24-second shot clock violation for Centennial. As Jordan gets the ball right back. A little bit of full court pressure here from Centennial, but Jordan get the ball up the court. Howlett trying to run a play. Finds Young, Murray, Lease. Howlett was down for a second, but she gets back up. Young's gonna fire up a three off the backboard again. Offensive rebound there by Duncan, but she gets blocked by Thompson as the shot clock expires. Now a 24-second shot clock violation for Georgian. As Centennial gets the ball right back. Campbell, nice spin move. Blake, no mid-range jumper, no good. There's a lid on this basket right now for Centennial as Murray gets the rebound. Lease gonna attack. Lease gets the ball right back, no good, rebound. Thompson finds Raymond. He's gonna slow it down. Campbell. And you see wholesale substitution about to come in. Raymond gets blocked. Campbell gets blocked by Howlett, and Young gets the ball up the court. He's gonna find Murray as they slow the pace down. Young finds Murray. They move the ball around. Lease and Dunkel couldn't handle that pass. Right idea there, and she looks like the ball made her finger snap a bit there, but she shakes it off. As everybody but Campbell is out, and Barker, Brown, Ta, and Sarah Diaz-Somnes are in. Brown and Ta were out for a good bit in that first quarter as Campbell with another turnover. And that's their 10th turnover of this game. You will not win a game turning it over like that. 6:13 to go in the first half. 21-4 in favor of Georgian. Warren Tepano. 6 seconds left on the shot clock. Campbell strips the ball from Howlett, and they're running, and they're pushing the pace. Barker, she's gonna fire up the mid-range jumper. That's short. Rebound Warren Tepano. Everything that has gone wrong for Centennial has gone wrong. And Brown and Autumn Courtney, who just came onto the floor, get tangled up a bit as Campbell gets off and Raymond is back on for Centennial. Young is out and Lease is back in. Courtney back to Lease. Warren Tepano, she's gonna fire up a three. Air ball, but an offensive rebound by Lease. And hits it off of Raymond out of bounds. 5:32 to go in the first half. 7 seconds left on the shot clock. 21-4 in favor of the visiting team. Warren Tepano. And a turnover there. Sarah Diaz-Somnes rips it away. Brown looking to attack. The foul is on. Foul on Georgian there. That's their first team foul. And a bad pass there from Taz. Nobody communicated on where to get that ball. And Warren Tepano gets it. And Howlett fires up the mid-range jumper from the left wing and knocks it down. Nice assist there from Warren Tampano. Ta's gonna fire up a three. It's been that sort of night for Centennial as the ball goes in and out. Warren Tampano pushing the pace. Lease finds Murray at the rim and she lays the ball up and in. And this lead's been stretched up to 20. This is unbelievable as Centennial has only scored 4 points. Brown for three, no good. Rebound by Saradia Somnes. And the foul's on Katie Murray. That's the team's second foul. And Saradia Somnes is at the line shooting 2. Saradia Somnes, a 63% free throw shooter, knocks down the first free throw. And if you're Centennial and head coach Justin Bobb, I think you just gotta attack the paint because those jumpers aren't falling right now. And Saradia Somnes knocks down both and then comes off for Beloso. 25-6 for Georgian. Warren Tampano trying to use that screen. She hands it off to Howlett. Warren Tampano attacking baseline. Ta read that play and picks it off. Turnover from Georgian. Brown's gonna attack the rim and lay the ball up and in with the right hand as she used the nice little hesitation dribble to get by Murray and lay the ball up and in with the left hand. Brown with her first 2 points of the game. And Brown needs to get going. Thompson blocks Howlett. But Raymond turns the ball over right back. Warren Tampano finds Howlett. And she lays the ball up and in. So there seems to be a bit of momentum there with that block on Thompson, but a turnover by Centennial leads to another layup for Georgian. And Murray fouls her. Blocking foul on Murray. That's the team's third foul. And Talbot calls timeout as he feels like Georgian's kind of being stagnant in terms of their defensive play. As you saw Saradia Somnes knock down a pair of free throws and Brown attacked the rim for 2. But that's just nitpicking at this point on a night where everything has gone right for Georgian and everything has gone wrong for Centennial. It is 27-8 for the Grizzlies. Going through these stats again. Georgian still shooting over 50% from the field. They're shooting 54.5% from the field. Centennial is just 3 of 24 from the field. Neither team has yet to make a neither team has yet to make a triple. And the rebounding margin has been tremendous in favor of Georgian as they are out-rebounding Centennial 14-7. Assists are 6-1 in favor of Georgian. You see both coaches going through game strategy here. 3:24 to go in this first half. Centennial just needs to close this half better, find some sort of momentum to ride at the end of the first half and generate some offense and defense in the second half. Brown. She tries to find Thompson, but it goes off of Thompson's hands out of bounds. Another turnover for Centennial. And I've lost count of how many times I've said that. Warren Tampano finds Howlett. Back to Warren Tampano. She's signaling for Howlett to get the ball, to get a hand up for Howlett. Please 4 seconds left on the shot clock. And it looked like Courtney, it was either a shot clock violation or Courtney stepped out of bounds. Either way, a turnover by Georgian, and it's Centennial ball. 2:53 to go in the first half. Brown handing it off to Ta. Back to Brown. Brown is looking to attack. Thompson attacks, no good. Beloso gets the offensive rebound, and she is fouled by Dunkeld, who is expressing her disbelief at the call, as she felt like she was straight up and blocking Beloso, but Beloso is going to head to the line shooting 2. She's 0 for 3 at the line right now. That's kind of a shock, as she's a 78.6% free throw shooter. Second one's up, and that's short. But Howlett can't handle that. He can't handle the rebound, and it's Centennial ball. Beloso looking to attack. Blake, nice shot fake. She gets blocked. And a foul called on Georgian. It looked like that foul was on Dunkeld, as Centennial is in the bonus, but they cannot take advantage of their free throws, as Blake misses both quite badly, and Dunkeld with the rebound. Warren Tapano pushing the pace. And it's Georgian ball. Howlett with the ball. 10 seconds to go on the shot clock. Timpano. Nice pass over there to Howlett, who tries to fire it up from the free throw line. No good. Brown with the rebound. And Brown loses control of the ball and passes it right to Lees, who says thank you very much. As that's another turnover for Centennial. Warren Tapano. Dunkeld. Young can't get the ball to go, but she gets her own rebound, and Howlett grimacing there as she badly misses that triple. Brown trying to use that pick from Thompson. Blake going up for that floater, and if I'm Marianne Blake there, I would try to either pass it off or get closer to the basket so she can lay the ball up and in. As she commits a foul right there. That's Centennial's first team foul. And we have an issue with the shot clock here. As it says 11:46 on the shot clock there. But now it got changed to 1:14. So 1:14 left in the first half. This first half can't end soon enough for Centennial, as both teams who are 1-7 on the season, you can clearly, there's one team that you can tell is 1-7, and that there's another team that you can't really tell is 1-7. It's been a tale. It's been two different teams here, to say the least, as the refs are discussing something here. And the shot clock has been reset to 24. And it's going to be baseline out of bounds in favor of Georgia. Warren Tapano, guarded by Ta. Young feeds. Dunkeld finds Howlett and she gets fouled. It looked like there was a foul on Blake. That might be problematic for Centennial, as that is Marianne Blake's, I believe that's her second foul of the game. So she's got, no, excuse me, her third foul. And Warren Tapano, just as she was ready to shoot that triple, steps out of bounds. 58 seconds to go into this game, and a timeout called by Justin Bob. And a half, as this has been a half to forget for Centennial. Lease, Warren Tapano, and Dunkeld in for Georgian. That was Brown, dribbles it up. She's signaling a play. Raymond. Brown attacks. Good look at the rim, but she cannot get it to go, and Lease with the rebound. Better offensive possession for Centennial, but there's been a lid on this basket from the very get-go for Centennial. It remains to be seen whether it's just not Centennial's night offensively or whether there's something wrong with that rim, as Dunkeld with the turnover, and Raymond throws the ball right back to Dunkeld. And Raymond a bit over-aggressive there as she commits a foul. That's Centennial's third team foul. Shot clock has been turned off, as Georgian will look to get the last shot here, unless they get such a good look that they can't possibly waste it. Howlett finds Young. Warren Tapano. Saradia Somnes strips the ball from Warren Tapano, and then Warren Tapano sort of tackles her to the ground. And Saradia Somnes at the line shooting two. She made her last two free throws. Makes the first. And she's the only player that has more than 2 points for Centennial. She's got 6. And she goes perfect from the line. 7 seconds to go in this first half. Warren Tapano. Howlett. Lease with the jumper, no good. Dunkeld got the offensive rebound, but couldn't get a shot off in time. And that is the end of the first half. Georgian up 27-10 after the first half. Stay tuned, because in about 14 minutes and 50 seconds, the second half will start.
Okay, pull out your shoes and cash tickets. Yellow tickets will be got one. Number 23881. Number 23881. You got the ticket, come on down.
Welcome back to the second half at the Athletic and Wellness Center between the Georgian Grizzlies and your Centennial Colts. And it has been a dreadful first half for Centennial as they are down 27-10. Mackenzie Howlett is leading Georgian with 11 points, while Miriam Serdia-Somnes, even though she's 1 of 4 from the field, she's leading her team with 6 points off of the bench. And now you see a change in the lineup for the second half for Centennial. Ta and Blake. Tom Blake are on the bench, and Raymond and Sarah Diaz-Somnes are on to start off the second half as Brown signaling for Pereira to come forward. Raymond, Sarah Diaz-Somnes in the post. Nice little half spin move. Nice little fake to the middle and then goes baseline for the shot that kisses off the glass for 2. And Sarah Diaz-Somnes has 8 points. Young with the shot, no good. But it'll stay right here as Centennial couldn't handle the rebound. 14 seconds left on the shot clock. Lease, nice backdoor feed. Young kind of rushed that shot, no good. Rebound by Sarah Diaz-Somnes, and Brown dribbles it up. Raymond, she's gonna find Sarah Diaz-Somnes. Brown in the post, and she gets fouled. And I think it might have looked like it was on. We're gonna figure out who that foul was on as Brown knocks down the first free throw. As it's now 27-14 as Brown knocks down both free throws, and maybe that'll get her going. She is a 82.9% free throw shooter, and she shows you why right there. Lauren Tapano with the turnover. Raymond picks her off, and she looks like she's gonna go coast to coast, but she picks her off. She gets picked off by Lise. Pereira got the ball back but was blocked, and Lise gets the rebound. Warren Tapano with the ball in her hands, and she looks to settle down this offense. Howlett feeding it, Young. Dunkeld, she's gonna attack. Warren Tapano for 3, no good. And Young with the travel as Georgians fans can't believe it. Young looking a little confused there as a turnover for Georgian. And Brown finds Raymond to Sarah Diaz-Somnes. She's gonna fire it up for 3. Look good, but hits off the back rim. Rebound by Warren Tapano. She looks supposed to push the pace. She finds Young. She settles it down. Warren Tapano, Dunkeld, Lise. Nice job by Raymond to get a hand on that pass. And Dunkeld turns the ball over as Georgian has not scored in this third quarter as Centennial has upped the pressure defensively. And I'm not sure what was said at the intermission by the Colts coaching staff, but I'm pretty sure there were a lot of choice words, to say the least. Brown, she's gonna find Sarah Diaz-Somnes in the post. Good pass to Beloso with a mid-range jumper, as Sarah Diaz-Somnes was aware of the double team that was coming her way and found a wide open Beloso at the baseline for 2. It's now 27-16, a 6-0 run, an 8-0 run from the end of the second quarter for Centennial. And a turnover by Georgian as Brown picks it off, and Lise can't handle the ball as Georgian playing very sloppy
to start off this third quarter as Centennial finally realized that they had enough. And a substitution in for Georgian as Katie Murray comes in for Eden Young. 7:11 to go in the third quarter. Sarah Diaz Somnes, no good, rebound Dunkeld. That was a good look from three, and that would have cut the lead to single digits for the first time in a while, but you just couldn't get it to drop. Warren Tapano. Stolen by Brown, and a foul on Warren Tapano. And if I'm not mistaken, Warren Tapano had some fouls right there. That is her third. Barker steps back, finds Beloso. Thompson in the post, no good. Rebound, Dunkeld. She finds Howlett, turns the ball over again, and Georgian very sloppy, and Murray fouls Brown. And she looks to catch her breath as she got hit hard there. And a timeout called by Coach Bob as the DJ over there read my mind right, took the words right out of my mouth as he played "This Is How We Do It," and this is how Centennial is doing it right now, as they have not allowed Georgian to score in this second half, and what was a drought for Centennial has been turned the other way around. And it hasn't even been in terms of missed shots for Georgian. It's been turnover. It's been turnover city for the Grizzlies. It was turnover city for the Colts in the first half. It's been turnover city in the second half for the Grizzlies, as you see Talbot trying to calm down his team as they were up by as many as 21. But now this lead is down to 11. And Brown, out of timeout, will shoot 2 free throws. As Georgian's players jog up the court. Looking more focused as you see Mackenzie Howlett having a word with the official and then nodding. Brown now has a chance to shoot 2, as for Centennial, they can now cut this lead to single digits, what once seemed like a nearly impossible. Now with this made free throw, Brown can cut this lead to single digits, and she does exactly that. As Centennial is down by just 9, and Brown is playing with some life right now, as in that first quarter, it looked like Brown may have been forcing the issue a bit too much, but it's starting at the defensive end for Centennial's leading scorer, who's putting a ton of pressure on Mackenzie Howlett, and a turnover there for Georgian as Ta picks off Howlett. Nice up fake there. Barker for 2, no good. Brown a little bit over aggressive there as Dunkeld grabbed the rebound. Brown commits the foul, but a good look there from Barker as Brown got the double team and kicked it out to Lauren, but she just couldn't convert. 6 minutes to go in this third quarter. 27-18 for Georgian, but Lease
after missing that shot, gets her own offensive rebound. If you want to get back into this game, that can't happen. Lease, they don't have much time to get a shot off. Young with a second left on the shot clock, and she finds Lease for the layup, and 4 minutes and 25 seconds into the third quarter, Georgian is finally on the board in the second half. Brown finds Ta. Ta thought about shooting that, but thought better. Tries to feed Beloso in the corner, but Dunkel deflects it out of bounds. It is Centennial ball as Ta, Beloso, and Barker go out. Saradia Somnes, Pereira, and Raymond are back in. There's 6 seconds left on the shot clock. And near the end of the shot clock, Brown finds Saradia Somnes, who sealed off her man and finished at the rim for 2. Saradia Somnes now with 10 points. And Jessica Novak Smidja from the baseline knocks down the jumper to quiet down this crowd as Georgia's fans are chanting defense. Thompson is going to fire up the mid-range shot. No good. Jump ball. Possession in favor of Georgian as Blake comes on for Brown, who is responsible for getting the Colts right back into this game. It's still doable at 11. Dunkeld, Lease, and that's a nice two-man game between Dunkeld and Lease as Georgian, after their lead was cut down to 9, is down to 13. Pereira gets her shot blocked by Howlett, and Novak Simja gets the rebound. Young passes the ball to nowhere as Lease gets it right back. Young with the ball again, 5 seconds left on the shot clock. Howlett for 3. That's no good, but another offensive rebound. And Lease gets the rebound and makes the baby hook. It's now back up to 15 as Georgian scored the last 6 points. Thompson in the post, and she gets blocked. Thompson misses again, and Young with the rebound. 3:10 to go into this game. And Howlett misses a shot in the lane, but Pereira deflects it out of bounds. As Beloso comes in for Saradia Somnes. She's the only player in double figures for Centennial with 10 points and 3 rebounds. 14 left on the shot clock. Lease to Young, and she gets fouled. Beloso with the foul there. That's her second, team's third, and Young is at the line. Young, not a very good free throw shooter, 36.4%. Second one's up, and it's no good. Thompson with the rebound. And Centennial had a lot of momentum 4 minutes into this third quarter. Raymond's gonna fire up a 3, no good. Raymond grabs her rebound, own rebound, but she gets blocked at the rim by Dunkeld, but it goes out of bounds. Centennial ball, 2:46 to go in the third quarter. 12 seconds left on the shot clock. Georgian up by 15, as that shot looked good from Raymond, but it just hit off the back rim. Brown inbounding it. Finds Blake. She's gonna lay the ball up, no good. And Blake forces a jump ball, getting into it with Howlett. And gets the ball right back for Centennial. 14 on the shot clock. 2:41 to go in the third quarter. Oh, nice look. Thompson can't get it to go. And Georgian turns the ball over. Blake with the ball. Settles it down, finds Blake. Brown. She's trying to get to the basket. And she gets all the way to the rim and lays the ball up and in, ending that little drop for Centennial. Young having trouble getting the ball up the floor. Pereira steals it away from Courtney. 2 minutes to go in the third quarter. Centennial up by 13. And Brown misses the layup going. I think she should have just gone with her right hand at that point instead of her left. But she misses the layup and a missed opportunity to cut into this lead. Young finds Lease. Dunk held down the baseline. No good. Courtney banks it in and a missed layup at one end for Centennial leads to a Georgian layup at the other. And those are points you can't afford to give up if you're Centennial. Brown gonna use the screen from Thompson. Tries to find Thompson, but Young deflects it out of bounds, and Bob looks to talk it over. It's 37-22. Much better offensively from Centennial, as they've scored more points in this third quarter than they have in the first half. But the problem is there's been no sort of momentum to cut into the lead. They cut into as little as 9, but are unable to cut it any further. Olivia Thompson, 0 of 8 from the field. There seems to be a lid on the basket for her. Lauren Barker 0 for 3. Judy Ta 0 for 2. Cherry Raymond 0 for 3. Veloso, who is an excellent free throw shooter, is 0 of 3 at the line. Blake is 0 of 2 at the line. Sarah Diaz-Samnes and Brown each have gone 4 of 4 from the line. As you see the stats here so far, Georgia's shooting 45.9% from the field, so their field goal percentage is slowly dwindling down. Centennial, a marginal improvement, but not by much, still shooting 17.5%. They've only made 7 field goals compared to Georgia's 17. And they are 8 of 15 at the line, so they're leaving points at the line as well as layups as well. Sarah Diaz-Samnes, she's gonna fire up the 3. Short, rebound. Katie Murray. Howlett to Young. Georgia's trying to move the ball around. Young, 5 seconds left on the shot clock. Lease trying to attack the rim. Another offensive rebound. For Georgia, and that's been the story of this game. 27-12, the rebounding total in favor of the Grizzlies. Howlett for 3, nothing but air. Belosa with the rebound. And Centennial looks to cut into this lead. Brown gonna use that screen, or I thought that was a screen. Pereira with the mid-range. And that's nothing but air. That's long. And 30 seconds to go in this third quarter. And Georgia settling it down for 1 shot. Still a 9-second differential between shot clock and game clock. Howlett fighting Novak Simcha. Lease from the free throw line, no good. Rebound. Sarah Diaz-Samnes. 10 seconds to go in this quarter. 6 seconds. Trying to use that screen. Ta gets blocked by Howlett, and she can't get a shot off after that despite getting her own rebound. And the third quarter ends
Centennial only cut into the Grizzlies' lead by 2, still down 15 after 3 quarters. Stats thus far through 3 quarters. Georgia is shooting 42.5% from the field. Centennial just 16.7%. Rebounding, big issue for Centennial. Out-rebounded 29-14, including a 10-2 edge on the offensive glass. Assists and blocks have been 9-3 in favor of Georgia and 5-3 in favor of the Grizzlies itself. 15-7 steals for the visitors. Bench points 10-6 for Centennial. And this has been another big stat here, 28-10 in favor of Georgia in terms of points in the paint. In terms of the leading scorers, Sarah Diaz-Somnes, 3 of 8 from the field, 4 of 4 from the free throw line. She's had some success in the low block. She's got 10 points. Look for Centennial to feed her the ball into the post more often. Corey Brown, 2 of 9 from the field, 4 of 4 from the line, but her energy was infectious in that third quarter as they cut it to as little as 9. But Georgia not budging, not ready to relent, as Talbot calling that timeout. As after a timeout from Centennial with 6 minutes to go in the third quarter, Talbot rallied his troops, and Georgia has responded. Mackenzie Howlett with 11 points and 4 rebounds. Kelsey Donko with a game-high 8 rebounds. Lisa and Warren Tapano with 6 points, although Warren Tapano is in foul trouble, which explains why she's not on the floor right now. And as you see, Justin Bobbin and the team ready to get out of the huddle, and for Centennial, Brown, Todd, Sarah Diaz-Somnes, Pereira, and Beloso. For Georgian, Young, Murray, Howlett, Lease, and Novak Simcha in for Georgian. Brown, guarded tightly by Young. She's gonna use that screen from Sarah Diaz-Somnes. She finds Pereira, shot fake. A little bit too hard to handle for Sarah Diaz-Somnes, as another turnover from Centennial. And they did a better job of that in the third quarter. But if you want to get back into this game, you cannot afford to turn the ball over. And Howlett just had a straight line drive to the basket and a foul on Centennial. Brown out, Marianne Blake in. As you see Bob explaining to Brown what not to do. Howlett at the line, misses the first free throw. Howlett, who is averaging 8.8 points per game this season, 48.7% free throw shooter, makes the second, and it's 38-22 in favor of Georgian. A very low scoring game. Blake with the floater, no good. And a jump ball. Possession goes to the Grizzlies. 9:27 to go in the ball game. And Centennial's running out of time to make a comeback. Young finds Lease. Lease stopped her dribble. She finds Young. 8 seconds left on the shot clock. Howlett, Lease. And a travel for Chelsea Lees as Centennial gets the ball right back. 15 turnovers for Georgian. The Centennial hasn't, actually as soon as I say that, Centennial has had 12 points off of 15 turnovers. Blake gets the offensive rebound and lays the ball up and in after Sergio Somnes tried to get the defender to bite on that pump fake, but was unable to make it. Lease, guarded by Pereira. Novak Simcha. Young, Howland, thought about shooting the three, thought better of it. Murray in the post, no good. Sergio Somnes with the rebound. Finds Blake as she looks to run a play. Pereira. Ta. Up fake. Free throw line jumper. Off the back rim. No good. Rebound by Young. 8:10 to go in this fourth quarter. Centennial. Unable to cut into Georgia's lead as Lease gets fouled by Sergio Somnes, which was probably a good foul given the sense that Lease had a wide open layup if she wasn't fouled. Sergio Somnes and Pereira out. Olivia Thompson and Corey Brown in. As Chelsea Lease is at the line and she misses the first free throw. Lease, not a good free throw shooter either, 45.8%. As she misses both, Thompson with the rebound, passes it out to Brown. She's gonna use that screen from Thompson. She's gonna attack. Beloso and Dunkel didn't give her enough room to land and she gets called for the shooting foul. And Beloso looking to get into a rhythm at the line. She has not made a free throw yet. And makes her first right there. 78.6% free throw shooter. As she gets one more free throw. And the second one's up. And it's good. And I think switching sides for Beloso has seemed to work for her, as she didn't make a single free throw on the other side of the rim, but has made both here. It's 38-26. And Thompson wasn't straight up when trying to contest Lisa and draws and commits the foul. Lisa's at the line, shooting two once again. And this time she makes the first. Lisa said before, 45.8% at the line. Misses the second free throw. And then her and Blake get tangled up and a jump ball. Possession Centennial. Brown looking to run a play. Blake attacking the rim. And floats it up and in off the glass. Blake a lot more decisive in on that drive to the rim. And it's now an 11-point game, and Howland loses the ball. 7:16 to go in the fourth quarter. And all of a sudden, there's some life in Centennial. The question is, can they sustain it, unlike that third quarter? Brown, Ta. She's gonna fire up the three and banks it off the glass. I don't think the banks are open at this point, but she'll take it, as this is the closest Centennial has been since early in that since 8-0. It's 39-31, 6:50 to go in this game as Warren Tupano back in after dealing with foul trouble. She's gonna fire up a three. She hits the backboard, but this time, couldn't find the mesh. And Brown using that screen from Thompson. Judy for three again, and she knocks it down! John with back-to-back triples. This time it was straight through, and Talbot is forced to call a timeout. As with 6:25 to go in the game, it is now 39-34. Georgia Centennial has not led for this game, but there's still plenty of time left. 6:25 left, and Ta, who was cold until the last minute. Makes 2 triples, and those are Centennial's first 2 made threes of the game, as before that they were 0 of 14. Excuse me, 0 of 11 from downtown. Ta 2 of 5 from the field, but 2 of 3 from downtown. As Brown found, as maybe that shot off the glass seemed to have got her going. Remember how I said the banks weren't open? There's still ATMs that are open at this time. And you see head coach Justin Bob there trying to get his girls to continue this momentum. It's only a 5-point game. And until that bank 3 by Ta, nobody had hit a 3 from either side. And Centennial in their full court pressure. Young with the ball. Blake is all over her. And a double dribble by Young. And all of a sudden things are falling apart for Georgian. As the fans on Georgian's side are not happy by what has transpired here in this fourth quarter. 12-2 in favor of Centennial in this quarter alone. Ta was thinking about shooting it, thought otherwise. Brown's gonna fire up a 3. Oh, that looked good, but it was in and out. And Warren Timpano loses the ball out of bounds. I don't think she had full possession of the ball, so the shot clock has been reset to 14. Blake tries to attack, no good. Rebound, Dunkeld. 5:55 to go in this game. Warren Timpano attacks, can't make the layup. She gets her own rebound, but misses the wide open left-handed layup, and Ta with the rebound. Brown settles it down, finds Blake. And a bad pass from Blake as Warren Timpano saw that. And good job by Ta to read that pass from Warren Timpano as she bats it out of bounds. 5:23 to go. Still a 5-point game. Warren Timpano for 3. No good, but another offensive rebound for Georgian. And that has been problematic to say the least. Howler with the step back 3. No good, another offensive rebound, this time by Lees. Warren Timpano with the mid-range jumper. And that is what happens when you give up 2 offensive rebounds on the same possession. It'll come back to burn you. As Pereira and Sarah Diaz-Somnes come in looking to fix this rebounding issue. A travel called by Ta as she shuffled her feet there. And substitution, and Pereira and Sarah Diaz-Somnes come in for Thompson and Beloso. 4:45 to go into this game. Centennial's momentum seems to have halted there. And Dunkeld and Blake got into it, and Blake gives her a forearm shift, gives her an elbow to her back. Might have gotten away with something right there. Lease, as Barker comes in, uses that screen. And Sarah Diaz-Somnes at the last second strips it away. Still Georgian ball with 4:30 to go into this game. Dunkeld misses the layup, rebound, Blake. Blake all the way to the basket, can't make the layup. A little over aggressive there, but she tries to steal the ball right back and commits the foul.
And Raymond comes on for Blake. And all of a sudden, momentum is halted for Centennial as Georgian is hanging on to a 7-point lead. Warren Tampano attacking right and flips it up and in. As she has scored 4 straight points for Georgian. Raymond, she gets blocked by Howlett as Georgian gets possession. Lee's trying to go back door. Barker blocks it. 9 seconds on the shot clock. Dunkeld. Young using that screen. And Barker tries to block it but hits her shoulder. That's a foul on Barker. And that's a 15 foul on Centennial, which means Georgian will be in the bonus for the rest of this game. Or rest of this fourth quarter if Centennial can make a comeback here. As Young is at the line. First one's up, and that's off the back rim. 36.4% from the line. Not a great free throw shooter. Misses both, but Lees has been killing it on the glass, particularly on the offensive rebound. And that's basically been the difference in this game thus far. Warren Tapano with the turnaround jumper, and she has taken control of this game for the Grizzlies. With 3 minutes to go, it's back up to double digits for Georgian as Pereira turns the ball over. Blake tries to pick off that pass but steps out of bounds. 2:51 to go. And like I said before, time is running out for Centennial as the refs look like they're discussing something. Shot clock is reset to 24. Excuse me. It's been set back to 22. And the baseball pass went right to Pereira as another turnover for Georgian. And a foul by Young. 2:38 to go in this game. 14. Shot clock is at 14. As Blake attacks the rim. Beloso for 2. Can't bank it home. Rebound. Dunkeld. And Warren Tapano, who was marred by foul trouble through 3 quarters. As Pereira deflects that pass. Turnover from Georgian. They're gonna try to use that. She ignores the screen. Misses the layup. And a jump ball as her and Young get into it as Ta comes in for Beloso for offensive purposes. Brown trying to use that screen. Ta's gonna fire up a 3. No good. Rebound. Dunkeld again. And she has double-digit rebounds for the second straight game between these two teams as there's 1:45 left in the game. And Lees throws the ball off of Pereira's foot out of bounds. Another substitution in for Coach Bob. Acerio Somnes comes in for Pereira. 14 left on the shot clock. as this was a 5-point game, 1 point, but Cassidy Warren Timpano scores 6 straight points to extend the lead to double digits. As Dunk held at the line shooting 2, and the first free throw is in and out. Dunk held a 57.7% free throw shooter. Second free throw up, no good. Thompson with the rebound. And Centennial needs to get something going offensively. Brown, she's gonna use that screen. She's gonna fire away for, that's a 2. Her foot was on the line. But either way, the lead is down to 9. 1:15 to go in the fourth quarter. Young gonna attack. Lease. Georgian looking to slow the game down. Time is not on Centennial's side right now. And Howlett spins baseline and lays the ball up and in for 2 as Bob forced to call it, as it looks like it might be too little too late for Centennial. As for Howlett, that is her first basket of the second half. But a big basket there nonetheless, as Georgian now up by 11. It says 45 to 36 on our graphics here, but it's 47 to 30.
So it's 47 to 36 after that layup from Mackenzie Howlett. With, we're gonna look at the time right here. 1 minute and 1 second left in the fourth quarter. Centennial has done a good job in this second half, playing great defense on Georgian, allowing just 20 points. But difference in this game has been offensive rebounds, 36 to 21 for Georgian, and multiple possessions has been the biggest difference here. 12 to 4 in terms of second chance points. Sarah Diaz-Somnes, she's gonna fire up the 3, and it goes off a Young out of bounds. 14 left on the shot clock for Centennial. Ta gonna inbound the ball. She's gonna use that screen. Brown. Sarah Diaz-Somnes, she's gonna fire up another 3. Can't bank it down. And that's too little. And unless they could get a turnover right here, which they do, 36.5 seconds left. That is Georgian's 21st turnover of the game. Brown gonna step back and fire up a 3. That's no good. Young with the rebound. And Georgian, there's a difference between game clock and shot clock. Howlett, Young, Lease. She's gonna use that screen. Mid-range jumper, no good. Offensive rebound, no good. And that will do it as Blake tries to fire it up, no good. And for the second time this season, Georgian beat Centennial for their, and that is their second win of the season, as they are 2-7 on the season. Centennial is 1-8, as Georgian beats Centennial 47 to 36. Corey Brown and Miriam Sarah Diaz-Somnes with 10 each. Warren Timpano and Mackenzie Howlett with 13 and 12 points respectively for Georgian. We'll see you next time in terms of basketball on January 15th at the Athletic and Wellness Center, where the women's and men's team will be playing the Loyalist Lancers. From the Athletic and Wellness Center, I'm Cajun Theater Danny Caslam, and have a good night.